Welcome to Voices of the Hill, a public affairs podcast produced by the communication program at Culver-Stockton College in Canton, Missouri. I'm Dustin Pruitt, and each episode we sit down with members of the Wildcat community, students, professors, administrators, staff, alumni, trustees, and friends of the college to share their stories, experiences, and insights from the Hill and beyond. Today, I'm joined by Traeder, a proud Culver-Stockton trustee and local business owner. We'll be talking about what keeps him connected to Culver-Stockton and his thoughts on leadership and education. Terry, welcome to Voices of the Hill, and thanks for having this conversation with us.
Glad to be here, Dustin. It's a real pleasure to see this great facility that you have.
Thanks, Terry. Let's start with your connection to Culver-Stockton College. Could you tell us what is the role of a trustee?
The role of trustee is to kind of be an oversight of the college and to give our suggestions from our experiences that we've got through our life. And, we've got such a great staff here, from your president on down, and that, we really only kind of act as guidance. We don't try to run the university. We just try to be the guidance. And we've got a great board. I think anybody that has been around this group of trustees, they have such a vast amount of experience, and they add a lot to, helping the administrators kind of make decisions. So it's a pleasure to be on this thing, and it's really amazing how involved the trustees are. So, we take nothing lightly. We watch every nickel and dime that we can, and we want the best student experience that we can get.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. And I would like to know what stands out most about Culver-Stockton College.
I think it's the absolute beauty of this place. When you come up here, I don't know why a kid would want to come to school here. It is absolutely, its own little city, and it's so beautiful, the view and the campus with the athletic fields and all the fraternity and sorority houses and your athletic complexes and things. It's just very impressive. If you can get somebody to come up here, I don't know why a kid wouldn't want to come here. It's just beautiful, and everybody here is so concerning with the students. They really want them to be successful, and so that's what I try to encourage a lot of kids to come here, because it's one thing. You get up here, it'll make a difference, and if you get a degree from Culver, you can go anywhere, and you can, I've talked to a fellow today that went to WashU for graduate school, and I talked to another guy that went to WashU Law School. Culver is a great start for your life.
Speaking of life, when these kids graduate, they're going to get jobs. So I'd like to ask you, why business?
Well, I like business because there's no rules. You can make your own way. You can, if you want to be a big promoter and work hard, and you can make a living. If you sit on it and you don't work at it, you're probably not going to make it. But fortunately for us, I got some good training from my father, who started the business in 1961, and then I took over about 1980. And so I've got a son that works in the business, and he's now working his way towards taking over from me. It's just a cycle of life type of thing. But business has got a lot of different things. You've got accounting, which I always recommend kids, if you're going to be in business, get a strong accounting foundation, because that you can read a balance sheet, read an income statement, and you really can help run the business. So I highly recommend it. There's all ways in life to make a living, and but this is actually fun.
So in a typical day, could you tell us what is a day in Terry's life? What do you do?
Well, right now I guess I'm not retired, which people keep asking me if I'm going to retire, but I probably won't. I'll just keep working, but I don't go into the office that much. But I help the guys on. We do some major golf car deals with their $400,000 or $500,000 deals, and I help them construct those kind of things. Keep my eye on the money, because that's really kind of important to keep a business going. And then I help anybody that wants to ask me questions about things, and I communicate with the factory and all the executives there. I've seen every president that Yamaha Golf Cars ever had, because we've been the first Yamaha golf car distributor in the United States in 1977. So it's been a good run, really. Been through a lot of ups and downs. We've had 2 floods, And the 93 flood totally wiped us out, cost us a couple $1 million, but we kept going, you know.
Are there lessons or experiences that you've had in your business that shaped your approach to leadership or teamwork?
Yes. What I've learned is that you got to treat people really well that work for you, because they're the ones making you the money. And I always believe in this, that, you know, when you promise a customer something, you do it. You know, whether it costs you money or not, if you told them you're going to do something for them, you do it and you follow up. And you need those repeat people. And so you've always got to be truthful with them. You can only remember the truth. You can't remember any lies. So I've always said, you guys, always tell the truth, because that way, you know, you'll always remember what you told the customer.
That's so true. You got to have integrity, and
integrity is super important. That is a great word in business, is integrity.
So, as a trustee, what do you find most exciting about the college's direction and its future?
Well, I love the way the students really seem to be enjoying their experience here at Culver. I see so many students, and they're friendly, and they always speak to you, and I really appreciate the young people and how they are acting around us old people. You know, they're very respectful, and I love the fact that it just seems like that they're really having a great time here. And that's, unfortunately, what you don't realize when you go to school, the 4 years you go to college are probably the best times of your life, because you don't have to worry about money too much, and you don't have to worry about anything that's really bad. So you got great 4 years of just wonderful experiences. And I love the way the Culver's attitude is, and the people that are involved in running this program, which really is the reason that I think the kids are happy, because you have, from the president on down, great people. And it's really shows by our enrollment increases, and by the all of our donations that we get for the kids once they leave. And so all that is really important.
I definitely agree with that also, Terry. If you could give one piece of advice to today's students, what would that be?
I would say take advantage of anything you can on the campus, whatever it is, whether it's going to concerts, going to the football games, even if you're not an athlete, going to all the sports games. Be friends, get friends with people. Think about joining fraternities and sororities, because you create long-time relationships there. And that's my big thing, is take advantage of all the stuff, because it's a very short period of time. Even though 4 years seems like a long time, it really isn't.
These next few are just fun, so I'd like a quick answer and your gut reaction. So it's kind of silly, but just get to know you a little bit better. So are you an early bird or night owl?
Say that one more time.
Are you an early bird or night owl?
I don't know. That's a tough one to get the next one for.
A Chevy or a Ford guy?
What?
Chevy or Ford?
Oh, I'd be a Ford.
Okay. John Deere, Case, New Holland, or Massey Ferguson?
John Deere.
Sweet tea or tea with no sugar?
Tea with no sugar.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Smooth peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter?
Oh, crunchy.
Singing or dancing?
Singing.
Trout fishing or bass fishing?
No fishing. I can't stand it.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Thanks for playing along. That was a fun way to get to know you, Terry. Before we close, is there anything else you would like to add to share with our listeners about your connection to CSC and also your experience in business?
The fact that, life is ups and downs, and you just keep going and you keep working. I have the motto that the harder you work, the luckier you get. And so just keep trying and do the best job you can. If you're working for somebody, act like you own the business and treat your job like that.
Okay, I appreciate your answers. Terry, it's been wonderful getting to know you. Terry is the owner of Traeder's TNT Yamaha. Thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do for Culver Stockton College as a trustee. Thanks for sharing your time and your perspective with us. This has been Voices of the Heel, a podcast produced by the communication program at Culver Stockton College in Canton, Missouri. To hear more conversations like this, follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcast. A big thank you goes to Tammy Ellison, our technical director for this podcast. Thanks, Tammy. And I'm Dustin Pruitt, an assistant professor of communication here at CSC. Thanks for listening, and go Wildcats!